In this segment, we are going to be going over how to manage private offices. And the first part, we are going to be going over how to get to your private offices and an overall overview. So the first section we are going to be going over, again, is how to get to your private offices. And you're going to be going over and clicking on admin and private offices. Depending on your admin rights, you'll see the different offices that you have access to. For testing purposes and for training purposes, we're going to go ahead and click on the office right here, which is the Anaheim office. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and go over the different headers that we have above here. You'll first see that there is the state that the office is in, the office name, the floor plan once all of those are uploaded, occupied offices that are in that office, the vacant number of offices, and the total private offices. The inactive offices don't pertain. This should be going away soon and will be removed, and doesn't pertain to anything in particularly. So let's dive in and go into the first one, which is the Anaheim private office. So the first thing I want you to notice is that there is the unit number. So you can go scroll down and go 1 through, and it goes through how many offices there are. When you first dive in here, you can go in and see that there's 1 through, and this is 29. Please note that if your numbers are a little off, you'll have to go in and edit, and I'll show you how to edit those in just a moment. You'll see the unit type, and you can view and see what kind of, if they're exempt, if they're offices, or if there's vacant, and you can view this pretty easily by actually clicking on the unit type. So you can see how many offices are exempt, how many offices are actual offices, and how many are vendors. The occupant type as well, you can click on easily and see how many are actual agents, how many are corporate occupied, and how many are vacant as well. And then again, you can click on where it says occupant, and you can see how many are actually are agents, and you can view which ones are agents inside your offices, and then you can click on notes as well. So it's easy to manage and easy to view. It's one page, and again, you can, depending on how many offices you have, you can view less or more depending on, again, how many offices that you have. In my next segment, we're going to be going over and diving deep into how to edit private offices. Okay, I'm going to be going over how to manage private offices in detail on how to edit your private office. So now that we're in your private office, you're going to be going into, on your right-hand side, clicking on this green button here, and it's going to hover, once you hover over it, it's going to say Edit Private Office Occupant. Once you click on it, it's going to be going over, and it has a detailed information, and it says a number of different things here that you're going to have to fill out for each office, unit number, and it goes over into detail, and we can go over that. Unit type, which is the office, cubicle, or if it is exempt. The unit number you'll have to fill out. The third one down is your occupant type, which is if it is a vacant, if it is agent, broker, vendor, corporate, compliance, or transaction coordinator. These two here, you'll have to get also from your lease information, and depending on what your broker has negotiated, but also what corporate has set in place for this office. And this is a proposed rent amount. And the proposed rent amount should always have a deposit, which should be half of what the proposed rent amount is, which is stated right here. Once you scroll down, this information here is what the broker, or I apologize, what the agent should be paying, and it shows the occupant. So everybody that is in your office should be filled out here. If that agent is not in your office and someone is coming from another office, you can go ahead and click on Find Agent from Another Office. So let's say that an agent is coming from the Corona office. You can then go ahead and find that person, and hopefully that person is well within that list as well. So then you're going to go ahead and fill out what that agent is filling out and what he's going to be actually paying rent, and what they are going to be actually paying for deposit. And then they're going to be filling out what the lease start date and end date is. Down below here, you're going to be going and clicking on filling or uploading a new lease. Once you click on that, you can go ahead and upload a new lease, and it will prompt you to upload a PDF. Once you click on that, it will add a PDF here that you can go in and download. And you can add, last but not least, your notes. So once you add all that information, you can go in and click on Save. I'm just going to go in and click on Cancel, since we're don't want to destroy any information that is on here already. On the right-hand side, I just want you guys to note that you can remove any and all of these offices. I don't recommend it until you speak to your broker, seeing that you shouldn't be removing any private offices that are in the office, especially if they are still being occupied. And if you do that, let's say that one that you accidentally did remove, there is a way that you can add. So let's say that you need to add an office. You can go ahead and click on this blue plus sign, and it says Add Private Office. So you're going to go ahead and fill out this information here, which is pretty self-explanatory. So it's going to say the private office, select the office. Depending on the office that you're in, if you're in Anaheim, it's going to allow you only to add for Anaheim. You're going to add, again, if you're an office, cubicle, or exempt, which occupant type you're going to be selecting for, the unit number, the total amount, the deposit, and any notes that you would like to add. And then you can go ahead and add that office there. And once you add, it will populate to your list. And that is how you go ahead and start and manage your private offices.